Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever the hell you're listening to this. You're listening to Nerds Talking Sports. This is your host, Jack Knight, alongside your other hosts, Tommy Joe and the Zach Daniels, our first official episode under our new-ish name. So, guys, how you doing?
Pretty good.
I'm doing all right. A little nervous, but at the same time, I think we got a setup here. Not me. I don't have green screen yet.
Yeah, I mean, I have a green screen. I just need to have a cool enough background, kind of like what Tom has. So until we figure that out, I'm just gonna go with my New Jersey Shore Towns background for now. Maybe I didn't feel like hanging up the jerseys tonight for those watching on the video podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I thought that was just Tommy's house, honestly.
But yeah,
I built this in my house. Yeah, so this isn't a green screen.
Right. Speaking of building things, what else have you been building, Tom? I think our listeners are going to want to hear this.
So I recreated something that we had once before when we had our old name. Surprisingly, this was like 2 years ago. It seemed so much earlier than 2 years ago. But we have a new website now. It is NTS-podcast.com. Over there, you can listen to our episodes right on the website. You can look at all of our YouTube videos, plus all our episodes are sorted by show. So you can go in and you can listen to your favorite episode of Armchair Racers, your favorite episode of Jackknife, your favorite episode, Cutting Edge with Jackknife, your favorite episode of A Shot of Zach Daniels. And I have the new episodes sorted differently from the old Funts episodes. Plus, there's a cool feature on there where if you'd like, you could leave a voicemail. So if you ever want to be part of the show, leave us a voicemail and you can hear it back on the show. I'll make sure to leave a link somewhere here.
That could be such a problem. That could be. I feel like that
we
could
have
be
to
such a
approve
problem.
it. We have to approve it first, but
fair.
Oh, I imagine we're gonna get a bunch of voicemails. It might not end up on the show, but someone's gonna be like, "Oh, we made them listen to that." But yeah, this is your chance to get your voice heard on Funts. If you want to send us your takes, your questions, any way you want it. And we're not just stopping there. I'm sure at some point we're gonna be doing blog posts.
Yes, there is blog post on there. So there is one of Zach's old blog posts on there, The Villains of Sport.
Yeah, probably outdated, but at the same time, I put a lot of thought and effort into that.
It's timeless, dude. It's timeless.
You know who puts a lot of thought and effort into things? Man, Darley. He sends me a bunch of stuff, because he sits on the bus on the way from I think he lives in Ewing now, taking the bus to New York City, and he pretty much writes articles and texts them to me almost on a weekly basis. And I told him that we're getting the website going, and he was so excited. So it's not just going to be us. Hey, maybe even you listening to us right now, you could potentially send us something. We could put it up there.
Well, the website's not going. The website is. It's currently up.
You know what I mean? It is going.
Where's it going?
I mean, it's up and running. Better?
Sure.
But yeah,
like my fridge.
Funny.
This is getting really bad.
I mean, clearly, well, duh. We haven't done a full episode in almost 2 years. We've been up to a lot. I could tell you what I've been to this year as far as sporting events goes. I was at Pocono in June with Tom, and by the way, some friends from William Patterson, James Bob and James Carp, were there at the same time. But I'm going to let you tell that story, Tom, because that was your weekend.
Yes. So I'll say that. Ooh, I just punched the mic. I am so sorry, everybody. So it was June 20. It was the weekend of June 22nd, my birthday, me turning 31. Man, what a weekend that was, Jack. Because if I remember correctly, going up to Pocono, you met us there. But going up to Pocono, the weekend leading up to it was just terrible, because if anyone's been camping before for a NASCAR race, there's a lot of stuff that you have to do ahead of time to get there. And that just did not go well. I was like, all right, screw it. Tomorrow's a new day. We'll get to Pocono. It'll be 9 a.m. I'll have a beer in my hand. Everything will be great, right? Well, we leave a little bit later than I wanted to. 9 a.m., what happens? The trans blows on my truck.
Oh,
on the way
that's
to
right. I
Pocono.
remember that.
Yes. So the trans blew on my truck, and I was stuck on the side of the road. Became this whole big thing with Ford. Luckily, I have the best parents in the world, and they came up, and I was halfway. So they came up. They gave me my mom's truck to continue the trip to Pocono. And you'd think the bad stuff would stop there. Finally get to Pocono.
And then the worst thing happened. I showed up.
No, worse stuff happened. um, let's see. The awning of the RV of my camper blew off in a windstorm. It wasn't even that windy. It just a big gust of wind came and blew it up and over the camper. Um, let's see. Then, oh yeah, my sunglasses broke. My pit vipers, which is why I have been wearing them. My pit vipers broke at Pocono.
Oh,
Good thing was, my amazing wife Jill and Alex and Jack threw me a birthday party, which was really good. Got to see some of the friends that I made at Pocono, because every time I go to Pocono, it's like a family reunion. You know, you always re-meet the people that you met the year before, and you make new friends. So it's always a good time.
Shout out to Track View Racing.
Yes, Emily, if you're listening to this, shout out to Trackview. Go give her TikTok a follow and make sure to pay attention or view her photography. Also,
Yeah,
there'll be
she-
some content coming out with her soon, some NASCAR content. So that would be pretty cool.
yes.
Camping's always great at Pocono because you camp inside the track. So, you know, you just cars buzzing around you. You know, I'm flipping burgers on the grill, just watching cars go by. It's a great time. I got a TV. I got Starlink. We got quite the setup, right, Jack?
Oh, you did. You really did.
But the best part was that this was the last race for NASCAR on Prime. Now, I'm going to get into a little bit of Prime glazing here. Jeffrey Bezos is owed this just because of how great the weekend was. So they have a booth in the infield that they would do pre-race and post-race stuff from, and they would also do like a little bit of tidbit during practice and qualifying. So Saturday we get there, Jack and we meet a bunch of the crew that put the show together. Really nice guys, really great guys. We met some of the cast. You know, we met who did we meet? We met Corey LaJoy, Carla Edwards, Daniel Trotta. That was Saturday. And then Sunday, really random, but I ended up meeting Sunday, which was my birthday. Sunday, I ended up meeting Ryan Fitzpatrick, who was there
Yeah.
from
Not
his,
only that, he
Yeah.
gave you your freaking coat.
yes, he gave me his Dale Jr. jacket. And you know, when someone gives you a jacket on your birthday, you have to have him sign it, right? Kind of like
Yeah.
your
Randy Jackson from American Idol Samurai
your Randy
Sword.
Jackson moment, yes.
Wasn't the offensive lineman? Oh my god,
Andrew
I forget
Whitworth.
his name.
Or
Andrew Whitworth. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I can't believe
They
I
gave me
forgot.
this
Yeah,
poster, which
dude.
probably won't show up well because it's upside down.
Because it's upside down, Tom.
But it's also green. But they gave me this poster. Welcome to NASCAR, Fits and Wits. That was pretty
Yeah, and
cool.
they posted that on their Instagram, Fitz and NASCAR on Prime. Like that was amazing. Like oh my god, we're and a former NFL player put us on his Instagram page.
I also threw
And I gotta say,
Ryan one of these, and he chugged it on camera, which was pretty cool.
Dude, he's the man.
He is the man, you know, because I gave him my sob
really
story
was.
about the weekend, and I told him my birthday. He questioned me, so I showed him my license. It proved to him that it was my birthday. That's when he gave me the jacket, and then oh yeah, we met this other guy that was on the broadcast. Man, what was his name? Dale Earnhardt Jr. Yeah, we got to meet
Oh,
him.
that guy.
That was so fucking awesome. Jack and I both had stuff for him to get signed, and then there's a picture that I'll put right here of
yeah, right before
me.
I took this photo, I said, I'm the one holding the camera. I was like, sorry, Dale, I got little arms. And he goes, it's all good, man.
I was probably about 20 of these deep that day, so I was pretty in it. And the cool part is that you could see Jack and I when they kept coming to commercial and going back to show. So like you
Yeah.
could see us
They
in the
really?
background because we were that
Yeah,
close.
establishing
it was pretty
shots.
cool. Yeah, but just want to give a shout out to Prime. Prime's the best. I wish they do the whole season, because even what they do with Thursday Night Football with that special view that they have that looks like Madden, Prime just does like another layer of sports broadcast that just is unrivaled by any other corporation at this moment.
A good friend of
Is-
mine
is-
actually hosted something on Prime, like after the Giants Eagles game at MetLife Stadium. Shout out
Oh,
to
yeah?
my friend Dylan Burns, follow William Patterson alumni. He hosted like a pie eating contest or something at like during the post game show. I don't remember if it was if they were eating pie or something, but that might have been his national television debut. So shout out to you, Dylan. I'd love for you to come on sometime to talk hoops because we really don't talk hoops on the show. But sorry, Zach, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, I was gonna ask. Oh, damn, I forgot. Well, all I know is that Whitworth and Fitzpatrick. I just remembered it actually came across my feed.
Us?
Like you guys didn't show. I think you guys posted it on yours, but I think I saw it before you guys posted it, like on your stories.
Mhm.
And we weren't even active. That's the worst part. Like we could have capitalized on that so freaking hard.
Oh, we totally could have.
I
I
know.
remember Jack was like, "Oh, we got to make a video. We got to make a video about this. Got to do an episode about this." I mean, I guess we could at some point do like a one-off video.
Let's make a reel about this on our Instagram. Like we put the pictures and we tag Fitz and we're in it'd be like, hey guys, remember us? Hey, we do our own thing too. We get a whole whopping tens of listeners.
Tens of listeners. That's
Tens.
pushing it. That's pushing it. Love you guys though. Love you guys. Everyone that listens and interacts with us on social media, we love you.
Yes, we really do. I'm not knocking them down. I'm just saying, like, hey, you're here with us no matter how small or big we are. So you're the OG followers.
And I apologize for Jack's little he's coming in a little funny, but we love
That's
Jack
okay.
too.
That's okay. He's always funny.
But, well,
So I guess
yeah,
that would
that's
lead
why
us
my wife
to
married me.
Jack. What else did you do this year?
Well, I just want to follow up on Pocono. Two things, really. One, Whitworth is gigantic.
Yes,
In
he
person.
is huge. He's a big man.
Two, if I had a nickel for every time Tom and I were on a nationally televised broadcast with Ryan Fitzpatrick involved, we'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's still weird it happened twice. Tom, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Also, another Pocono coincidence. If I had a nickel for every time I was at Pocono and a world-changing event happened, I'd have 2 nickels.
What happened at Pocono?
So this year when we were at Pocono, I believe United States bombed Iran, sorry. And last time I was
Why
at
am I
Pocono, last time I was at Pocono was when Trump had his assassination attempt.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we'll leave it there, but yeah, for those of you who don't know, Tom and I went to a Jets Colts game Monday Night Football. I think it was 2016, and the Colts absolutely murdered the Jets.
If I can find that photo, I'll put it right over there of us in the background.
And if it's not there, well, Tom was too lazy to put it up. I'm kidding. But you got enough editing to do. But yeah, a very special event we went to this year. My dad got married. I was the best man, which gave me bachelor party duties. And by the way, my stepmom is phenomenal. And for a bachelor's party, we went to Old Timers Day at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees played the Astros, and it was kind of a back and forth game. You know, there were times where the Yankees had me pull my hair on my head, which, I mean, because they're Yankees and name only at this point. But you know, they ended up pulling out the win, and they were celebrating the 25th anniversary of the 2000 World Series team as well. And Derek Jeter wasn't there, but he did have a nice message on the Jumbotron. Speak of the Jumbotron, the Yankees have the fan marquee where, you know, you could put personalized messages. It was cool. We did a message for my dad, happy bachelor's weekend, with me, his brothers, my uncles, and a lot of his friends from work and his childhood best friend. Then after that, we went to Keen's Steakhouse in Manhattan and then Soho Cigar Bar. It was an awesome night. That was a great night. And the worst event I went to this year, this was
because we can't not have a worse event from Jack because he's a Jets fan. I'm gonna grab a beer just for this one.
Okay, because ultimately, this was the event. This was the moment that had me like, I gotta get the show back going because there is so much freaking wrong with the New York Jets. For those of you who don't know, I went to Jets Bills week 2 this season. And what a disaster that was, both for the Jets and for my fantasy team. Because here's the thing, Josh Allen was my quarterback, and the Bills obliterated the Jets, yet Josh Allen did nothing. So I lost that week. But anyway, that's completely off topic. The Jets got absolutely destroyed. There were so many Bills fans, and I remember the Bills fans sitting behind me. Like, they weren't like being obnoxious, or they weren't doing anything more than like I would do. Like, go to an opposing stadium, cheer for your favorite team, don't act like you own the place. So I'm not knocking them. But it's third, and any NFL or any football fan knows this. You go to a big stadium, the home team is third down. The announcer's like, "It's third down," as telling the crowd, "Get loud, get loud." And no one was getting loud. You know why? It's not only for the fact that there were a lot of
It's the
Bills
goddamn
fans there.
Jets.
Exactly. The Bills fans behind me were basically said, "This is pathetic. It's not loud at all." And it's like 3rd and 17. And I wanted to turn around and say to this guy, like, we have nothing to cheer for because something stupid's probably going to happen. And something stupid did happen. It was an incomplete pass, but Michael Clemens roughed the passer like the idiot that he usually is. And I'm so tired of giving Woody Johnson my money. Like, I refuse to give him the pay anything towards the Jets until he sells the team, or if they suddenly pull an elite, not a playoff team out of their ass, an elite team out of their ass, which isn't going to happen under him. And yeah, that day, my wife the reason I went was because my wife's cousins, we barely get to see them, and they invite us to the game, so we went for them. But my wife pretty much said, "I'm never going to a Jets game with you ever again." And I'm like, that's okay. I'm never going to a Jets game again as long as Woody Johnson's the owner. But I think I rambled on long enough about it. But the good thing about it is it brought the show back. But I don't want to go into too much about how crappy the Jets are. That we could probably make a whole topic about that. We have a topic for this episode. But Zach, what'd you do this summer?
Before 1 second. Jack, that was like a 30% Jack rant right there, like 30% level. and that 30% consumed so much of your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I mean, we're busting your balls, but it is funny because you started breaking down like halfway through that Jets rant, and I'm like, this is so perfect. This is so Jets. It's unbelievable.
It's like Woody Johnson.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi just it literally the worst owner in sports.
It's perfect.
But yeah,
Zach, all right,
your turn.
All right, Zach, you have the floor.
Well, because Jack had to throw the negativity, and I'll bring some good stuff. Well, no, mine's kind of negative, but the thing is, I went to a playoff baseball game. I went to the Phillies-Dodgers game 1, and Shohei Ohtani was pitching. I mean, it can't get any better than that because it was like, the defending champions versus my team, and I wanted the Phillies to break the streak of like just exiting the playoffs in kind of weak fashion. I also went because I got 2 tickets. I went with my wife, and she likes going to events of all kinds. I think a lot of women do. It's just the way they work. But she's been to plenty of baseball games, and she kind of finds them boring because she doesn't like baseball. And baseball can sometimes be, I think I'm always interested in the action because I honestly think the game's always on. Like if a pitcher drops the ball, like a base runner could take off. Anything can happen, but I understand the casual may find it slow and plodding. Well, I told her
Right.
because every other regular season game, it can be a full packed house for like a Mets game, or it could be like the Pirates on like a Tuesday afternoon at like 1:00, and like the kids are at camp, you're working. It's going to be like a half empty crowd anyway. So it's like, it's good to go. I love going to baseball games of any kind, it's always good to go. But I wanted to take her to see what playoff baseball is like, and I still believe, even with the NFL playoffs going on right now, playoff baseball is the most suspenseful, bar none. Period. Don't care. Love playoff baseball. Every pitch matters. Every second matters. It's awesome. The suspense is amazing. So, yeah. Went to game 1. Was super stoked. She already felt it in the parking lot, like surrounding the various Philadelphia sports stadiums, and just the vibes were awesome. I mean, like, there's the pessimism of like being a fan of the Phillies, but everyone's just there to have fun. Everyone was out and about. Everyone's tailgating. The cornhole's going. Like, the beers are flowing. The food is cooking. There's cops on horses that my wife likes to see. So, yeah. And we went into the game, and we sat next to a Dodgers fan. He was wearing an Ohtani shirt. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. And
Oh, boy.
I took a funny video of me flipping him off just for fun. But he was actually a really cool guy. I had talked to him. He lived in New York, but he's from Los Angeles. And I had to ask him, I was like, listen, are you like a fan from the past 5 years, or are you a fan from the past, like, he's like, oh, lifelong. I was like, okay. Who was your favorite player growing up? And he's like, the first one I think of is Sean Green. And I'm like, that's a great fucking answer. That's a great answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
He's legit.
I don't remember. I don't know if I think he's in the Hall of Fame. I'm not sure. I know they just announced those tonight, by the way, but we're not going to get into that. So,
Jamie, look that up.
Andrew Jones.
and Andrew Jones and someone else did too.
Beltran, right?
Carlos Beltran, yeah,
Carlos
very
Beltran, right?
Even with all the stuff, even with all the stuff that went around him, he deserved it. But yeah, no, it was an
Sean
entertaining
Green
game.
is not in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, JT Realmuto hit a 2-run triple. I think someone drove him in. They were up 3-0, and then Shohei couldn't do anything at the plate. But man, he pitched his ass off after that little struggle early in the game. He struck out a lot of guys. I think it was like 9 strikeouts. And they ended up losing because Teoscar Hernandez hit a 3-run home run to right field, opposite field home run. I could tell, even I was up in the nosebleeds, and I could tell, I was like, oh, that's probably floating out of here. Like, you could see it just coming up. You can't tell from the nosebleeds. You just see the ball getting closer to you. And I was like, that looks really high. And it looks like the outfielders are running to the wall. Please stop running to the wall. And it just floated over the fence, just barely. Yeah. They won 5-3, but it was an awesome day. It was a good time. Playoff baseball is the best. Cost a lot, but that's playoff base. That's playoffs, honestly, in any sport. I'd take a baseball game over football. I feel like football tickets just for a regular season game are hundreds of dollars. So, unless you save up for it,
unless it's the Giants or the Jets.
Well, yeah, then you can get those, like, they're probably handing them out at Walmart or something in North Jersey. So,
I mean, the Giants now have Giants fans now have something to cheer for because now they have a good head coach and like a foundation. The Jets have nothing. But anyway, speaking of expensive expensive baseball events, Zach, where's the home run derby this summer? An all-star game.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. We need to write that down. Jot that down. Write that down.
July 13th, Citizens Bank Park is the home run derby. That's usually like that's the one I look forward to.
No. July 13th?
Oh no. Oh no. That's not July 4th.
Is that Pocono?
No, it might be Pocono.
Oh, really?
Oh no, that might be June.
Considering you said it was on your birthday last year, I'm assuming
they changed the schedule a lot now.
I know they do.
The month it's June. It's June 12th to the 14th.
Nice.
All right. So that might be a thing.
I know they changed the schedule a lot for NASCAR, but I was like, they usually, I think a lot of them are usually the same. I mean, like, Daytona's always number one.
For years, the schedule never changed. It was the same thing every year.
Right.
The last 5 years or so, they've really been changing it up because like now the All-Star race is at Dover, so I'll be going to my first All-Star race in May.
Nice.
Nice.
And they no longer do the firecracker race on like 4th of July weekend, right?
No, they haven't done that in years. They
that
changed.
Sucks.
They they changed it, and Daytona was like, huh. So you mean to tell me that we can get all this money from July 4th weekend just being Daytona Beach, and then we can get more money on another weekend for having the race? Sign me up.
Clever, but like I still hate it. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think we talked enough about what we've been up to. I mean, our main topic of today's show obviously is going to be around football. No, it's not going to be how the Patriots are obviously going to the Super Bowl. We'll save that for next week.
Well,
where
with the
they
easiest
obviously
schedule of all time. I mean, they only beat 2 teams over 500.
Yeah, because like I was hate rooting against the Bills because I am a Jet fan, but like then I see the notification that Bo Nix broke his ankle
On
and
the
I'm like,
kneel.
no, it wasn't on the kneel.
No, it wasn't on the
No.
kneel, Tom. It wasn't on the kneel.
Okay.
But I was just like, oh, come on, Buffalo. You couldn't win that. I mean, and the Bears-Rams was an insane game. I mean, when freaking Caleb Williams dropped back, I was like, yeah, no way that he's connecting. And then I see the dude like get open. I'm like, no. But then, of course, he blows it in overtime. But anyway, I think the main takeaway or the main discussion for this week's episode is something we've been asking ourselves for years as football fans, as NFL fans, and that question is, what the hell is a catch? Zach, I kind of want you to be the host for this whole topic because some things I just don't get. And like, go on.
Well, thank you, Jack. Yeah, because I was home with the daughter. My wife works every other weekend. This was one of the weekends she was on, so it was just me and her. I'm chasing her around, but I have the game on in the background, so I'm watching pretty frequently. And there are times where she calms down, and I can actually sit and enjoy the game while she's kind of playing with toys. I saw 2 plays this weekend. One on Saturday in the Bills game, and one on Sunday in the Bears game. In a crucial moment, it was overtime, correct? It was overtime.
Yes.
Josh Allen throws a massive bomb down the field to Brandon Cooks. It looks like he catches the ball, but as he goes to the ground, his body hits the ground with the ball technically in his hands, and you could question whether he had it or not. But then the Broncos player, hell of a play by him, he snags it out of his hands, rolls over him.
Jaquan McMillian is the player who intercepted it.
McMillan gets this interception, quote unquote, air quotes, gets the interception. But you ask when you watch the replay, well, it looks like Cooks has it. He's going down. McMillan's touching him. His knee's down, his butt's down, and McMillan takes the ball away from him. Okay, well, all right, it was kind of moving around in his hand, so I can see the argument here. But the very next day, Davante Adams, in a crucial moment also, not nearly as crucial as overtime, but still a crucial moment, he catches a pass. He's basically, his knees are now on the ground, and he's being held by a Bears player, and another Bears player comes over, and like all in one motion. Remember, this is all one motion. It's really hard to tell in real time. Rips the ball out of his hands and picks it up. You're thinking,
did it hit the ground or did it hit the ground? I'm curious. The ball.
The ball? No, it was caught. No. Davante Adams caught it in the air. I'm saying.
No, I mean, like when it came out of his hands, did it hit the ground?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
So it looked like Davante Adams, even more clearly than Brandon Cooks, caught the ball, and then somehow his knee hit the ground, and it was all bang, bang. It was really quick. And the ball was ripped out of his hand. So the question was, did the ball come out before his knee hit the ground? And then they said his knee hit the ground and he was down. And then the ball was hit. I think they even called it – actually, no, I think they even called it incomplete. I'm trying to remember. No, they called it incomplete because they didn't call it a – oh, man, I don't remember how – do you guys remember how it ended? I remembered thinking – because here's the thing. This is all I remembered thinking is –
all I remember is that I don't think they initially ruled it. They do not initially rule it a turnover to review it.
They did not, and that's the thing. That's what brought up the question between the 2 plays on social media, and they blew up everywhere. And as Jack pointed out, and I didn't see it. I actually had to look up and confirm it's true. Joe Burrow weighed in on it and said that both calls were correct.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
Richard Sherman famous trash talking DB from the Legion of Boom Seahawks, he thought the call he'll vouch for any defensive back, but he thought the call in the Bills Broncos game was incorrect. So
what? So now we have two famous, an active player saying both calls are
well-respected players with
well-respected players, and a former player saying one was incorrect. So that's where the what the hell is a catch anyway came up. So before we get into what we have 3 examples of past what the hell is a catch moments. And we're all 3 gonna judge this. Before I get into this though, Tom, here's the deal. I'm gonna give you what the rule is stated by the NFL. Section 1, forward pass. Article 3, a completed or intercepted pass. A player who makes a catch may advance the ball. A forward pass is complete by the offense or intercepted by the defense in the field of play, at the sideline, or in the end zone if a player who is inbounds, 1, secures control of the ball in his hands or arms prior to the ball touching the ground, and touches the ground inbounds with both feet or with any part of his body other than his hands. And after A and B have been fulfilled, I'm sorry, I said 1 and 2, clearly performs any act common to the game. Example, extends the ball forward, take an additional step, tuck the ball away, turn upfield, etc., etc. Or he maintains control of the ball long enough to do so. Okay, so what they're saying is you have to catch the ball, advance forward. What they say is make a football move on television, which is basically saying they have to catch it and kind of like pump their arms. They have to
continue the play.
Yeah, they have to hold the ball all the way through in action. Got it? So,
yes.
Let's get to our first play. Play.
Here's the first one coming right up. Hopefully I don't mess this up because I have one chance to do this.
Well, here, before you do, I'll get the information for it because I should have done that before this, and that is on me.
This was either 2007 or 2008.
Very old.
I'm going to do the order you sent them to me in.
Okay, it was 2010. This was 2010. Oh, you're doing the ones we do. Okay, so never mind.
So
I'm sorry.
I'll do it in the order that you sent it in. All right.
Hold on one second.
So we know which is coming.
Yes, for those watching on video, perhaps the most famous example of like what the hell is a catch. Cowboys fans, you know this. Packers fans, you know this too.
All right, you ready?
This became a meme. Go ahead. This became a meme, basically, where in the 2015 playoffs, the Cowboys and the Packers are playing, and Des Bryant goes up for a catch, and it looks like he comes down with it, reaches for the goal line, and bobbles it, and they call him down at the 1 yard line. Okay, no big deal. He caught the ball. Suddenly, they go to replay. And they go to review, and the replay shows he caught it, goes down, he bobbles it into the end zone. Now, I, admittedly so, as an Eagles fan,
that's a catch.
Don't know. This is where I said it was not a catch just because I didn't know the damn rules at this point. No one knew the rules. I just thought, oh, he bobbled it. It's not a catch. And of course, my bias is telling me
cool to hate. It's cool to hate the Cowboys.
Well, I have a better reason than you do, Jack.
Well, so I don't give a crap about the Cowboys.
So
neither do I.
With hindsight being 2020 and seeing this past weekend, I can understand why people think it's a catch. Although he kind of slammed it on the ground.
Seeing that kind of for the first time, I feel like that's a catch. With no bias, because sorry, friends. I don't really care about Dallas that much, but looking at that as a non-biased view, to me, that looks like a catch.
Fair. See, look, this is all of our opinion. This is why we're playing this game, because honestly, I don't know what a hell a catch is anymore. I really don't.
No.
Every time there's moments like that where you just don't know. And that was the big meme moment. That was Dez caught it. Dez did not catch it. So,
but yeah,
Jack, did you think it was a catch?
I mean, initially, I didn't think it was a catch just based on the ball moved, hit the ground, all that mumbo jumbo. I know what the other 2 examples that you're going to show us are. Ultimately, it comes to the whole concept of surviving the ground while you're going down, and this is at a time where they were even more strict about it than they are now, because I think now the ball can touch the ground and move a little bit.
I feel like he had
They
control of
tried
the
to
ball.
establish some type
I
of
feel like he had
consistency.
control of the ball until he went down. He went down, and then he lost control after going down.
I think it's a fair assumption. I just, at that
Yeah.
time, I saw the ball move and was like, that's not a catch. And now looking at it, 10 years later, I can understand. I can understand that argument. Now, the next one, I believe, is probably the most egregious, and this is where people started saying the NFL was rigged. So,
All right, you ready?
Go for it. This is a play in the playoffs again. Jesse James, tight end
Regular
for the
season.
Steelers. This was regular season?
Yes.
Was it? Okay. Fair enough. It doesn't matter. It's still ridiculous. He catches the ball. He lands on his knees, reaches for the goal line, crosses the goal line. His knees are down. He has clear control of the ball. He crashes to the ground with the ball in his hands, and then he hits the ground. The ball comes out. Now,
well,
thought
the worst thing he did there was he tried to score against the Patriots with Tom Brady. You are not allowed to do that.
No.
So, I thought that was egregious just because it seemed like he caught it, had it, and went across the goal line at the same time rather than Des Bryant catching it and then diving for it. And
yes.
And actually, if you go back and watch that clip on YouTube, everyone thought it was going to be called a catch. Everyone thought it was going to be called a touchdown, and the Steelers would get the lead. But no, they actually overturned the call rather than confirm it. They overturned the call, and I think the next play, Ben Roethlisberger throws an interception into the end zone, and the Patriots win.
Yes.
Because of course,
it was the most infuriating moment because this is also the height of Tom Brady, the Patriots. We've done this for 15, 20 years at that point.
Because every freaking game starts off with penalty on the Patriots opponent for existing. Tom Brady's going
no, it was coming. But yeah, so
I mean,
I
you
think
just
it was a
mentioned Tom
catch.
Brady.
Yeah, now, I think it was a catch, not the Des Bryant one. But do you think it was a catch, Tom?
From different angles, it looks like a catch. From other angles, it doesn't. From watching it from his right side, it doesn't look like a catch.
I just think there's better evidence of that being a catch than Des. Because
I have seen worse things called a catch than that. I'm saying.
Do you think Des was doing more? Do you think Des was doing more? He caught it and then moved because Jesse James caught it.
I feel like he had it. I feel like Des had the ball. He had the ball in his arm, and then after his knees touch the ground and he goes down. As he goes down, the ball hits the ground first and comes out. But he's already down.
All right. Well, I think Jesse James had it. He was down technically, but he wasn't touched. And and again, what Jack said, the fumble cannot be forced by the ground. So when he went and put it on the goal line, the ground caused that fumble, and he wasn't touched.
The funny thing is, if this was high school or in college, he'd probably be ruled down simply because the knee going down. Because in college and high school, you go down, you're down. Whereas NFL, if you fall forward, you need to get touched in order to be down. But but you look at that replay, he does the football move. He extends it forward, his knees down. And I think this was the same year the Eagles won their first Super Bowl against the Patriots. And Zach, you're the resident Eagles fan of our friend group. Who caught the touchdown? Okay, so I know exactly what you're talking. Yes, you're talking about the Zach Ertz touchdown that put the Eagles ahead late in the game. That was very similar. But the thing Zach had going for him is that he took 2 steps because he ended up falling in the end zone and the ball popped out. And they looked at that for so long. And I'm screaming at the TV, he took 2 steps. How the hell are you going to try to overturn this?
And again, that was also against the Patriots, obviously, in the Super Bowl. But the other thing that I think the thing that was different, though, too, was he caught the ball, took 2 steps, dove, and was in midair when the ball crossed the plane.
Literally.
That is, they do not care at that point compared to Jesse
Which is
James
when
his knee down.
Yeah, once that ball went over the white line in Jesse James' hand, at that point, the play
That's a
is
touchdown.
over. But yeah, I'm thinking of that Super Bowl. Like they're reviewing the play, and the officials are telling Roger Goodell, "I'm sorry, Roger. If we overturn this, it's going to be too obvious." And Roger's on the other end, like, "No, I need to Brady win."
That's really what this segment's all about. It's about Jack losing it over the
Jack
Patriots.
losing it, yes. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, because
We're
the
just
fans
continuing this trend.
they suffered a whole 5 years of and a whole like 8 years of not winning a championship. Like, wow, I'm just so happy for them. All the success they're finally getting. Oh my god, this fan base totally suffered. The NFL tried to screw them in so many ways.
So,
Are we ready for the next one?
the final
I'll have an
clip,
aneurysm.
the final clip is probably the first real version of what the hell is a catch, and that is in 2010. Calvin Johnson catches a pass from it's not Matt Stafford. I think his name is Sean Hill. Could not believe when I heard that name. Could not believe. He throws it up, and Calvin catches the ball, and he comes down. And by the way, 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, down by 5. This is to take the lead against the Bears, the division rival. And he comes down with the ball, and like in one swift motion goes to stand up to celebrate, and he drops the ball. Tom, can you play that clip for me?
I sure can.
Because I wanted to see it one more time. Caught, and then it kind of like he like in one swift motion lets it go to go celebrate. This is where I think the what the hell is a catch really originated from. This is where the whole rule of you have to keep it through the action and going to the ground. But I don't know.
Surviving the ground.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's
I don't know,
that's a
man.
catch. He's down. He's so down.
He 100%
He's so
caught that
down.
ball.
He caught the ball. Like, come on.
He's
Like,
so
Both
down.
feet in bounds.
and this is why the segment is also fun for us, because this is where I can say I am so glad they do review more plays now, but also they are now going overboard with it, where they're reviewing non-impact plays. Like they're reviewing plays where they're checking to see if a guy who tried to like cut back on a play, but oh no, his wrist hit the ground. So we have to take the 10 yards off of his punt return. Like he only went 10 yards, but we got to bring it back. We got to make sure that we got this right, even though we didn't catch it in real time. They're calling New York's headquarters and they're saying, yo, his wrist was down. We got to bring it back. Like, come on, like give me, it was a nice play. I'm talking about the college football championship last night, actually, by the way. That was a punt return that happened where a guy,
Indiana, let's go.
Tony, yeah, fuck yeah. Indiana finally did. Everyone got sacrificed for that fucking championship. But it's just like, this is where I couldn't believe they really went to look at it, where it's like he clearly caught it, went to the ground, and then in one motion went to go celebrate and drop the ball. I don't know. Now we're getting nitpicky. So we're all in agreement here. This was a catch.
Oh, that was definitely a catch.
100%.
And that's the other thing is they didn't even give enough time to review the call during the Bills game.
Yeah, no, that is
Turnovers are automatically reviewed.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like I thought they've looked at plays longer that were so much more obvious.
Yeah,
and
you know
that
something?
one. What's up?
You want to know something? I honestly feel like if they ruled that a catch, they'd review it and say play stands. I
maybe
think that.
So,
but yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So that was what the hell is a catch. Thank you for playing and listening to us bitch and moan about referees just messing games up, because that's their job nowadays. It's not just to call fouls. It's pretty much to like pick apart every game and really determine what happens.
Yeah. So anyway, before we wrap up, do we want to go into our Instagram questions?
sure. I got to go back into our Instagram.
We will be doing this also along with the voicemails.
Yes.
We will be asking for questions.
Man, the
Weekly
voicemails
episode.
you could actually hear yourself being heard, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, so
if, Tom, you could find a way to grab that.
I don't know if I could put it in live into the episode, but I could definitely put it in post.
Yes.
I got to figure out a way that we can all hear it. If anything, I could transcribe it, and you guys can read it, and then while we're reading it, I can have it play.
Right.
Activity. All right. So, do you want me to name the account that asked the question, or just an anonymous
go
question?
for it.
All right. So
No.
the first what?
No, I just said go for it.
So do you want? You said no. So do you want me to name who asked the
Yeah,
question?
I
Okay.
said I want your name.
Well, then you said no.
Did
Okay.
I? Don't gaslight me.
I'm not gaslighting you, Jack. Trust me. That's the thing I'd say if I was gaslighting now. The first question is from Cody82491.
Cody DeGorder, good friend.
Yes, I see him interact on our stuff a lot. Thank you, Cody.
Yes.
Thank you, Cody.
First question: honest opinions on the Ranger season so far and how the trade deadline will pan out. I assume this one's directed towards Jack because I have no
100.
opinion, and I don't think Zach does either.
No, Jack, take it.
Obviously, like going this season after the disaster that was last season. And speaking of last season, I'm banned from ever making predictions again. I predicted that 2025 just win the cup. I predicted Brennan Othman would be freaking awesome. Meanwhile, 30 games into his career, he finally has a goal. But yeah, the Rangers are kind of what I expected them to be. I mean, listen, there's pieces there. There's a foundation for success. They have a great goalie. And, people could say what they want about JT Miller. He is talented. He might be a hard teammate to play for. But I think the biggest positives I could take out of the season is now Mike Sullivan is their coach. And he's one of the best coaches in the NHL. If he's not top 3, he's top 5. And Mika Zibanejad is having a bounce back year, hands down. And listen, they're in the bottom half of the league. It's been crap. They got shut out their first 3 games at home this year. They got shut out a lot of games this year. What's supposed to be their 100th anniversary, and it's been really tough to watch. And any Ranger fan from back in 2018 remembers they basically announced a rebuild because they accepted their fate. Like, hey, this core isn't good enough. We need to start over. Then they rebuilt for 3 years. They got some talented pieces, Artemi Panarin, and they got some high draft picks, Capo Caco, Alexi Lafreniere. And then the Tom Wilson incident happens. The front office is fired. Chris Drury takes over, and then it's like, hey, it's time to win now. And look, they had some success. 2 of the 3 years they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. In 2023, when they lost to the Devils, if they had almost anyone else coaching, they would have beaten the Devils. And this is probably something I'm going to talk about on an episode of Cutting Edge. I want to have some guests on. Like, people want Chris Drury's head. And I'm not necessarily calling for him to be fired, but like I won't feel bad if he does, because like he's gotten some great midseason acquisitions, but he's also flubbed on draft picks. And this year, earlier this week, or last week, I should say, the Rangers basically took a page out of 2018, putting out a letter to season ticket holders, accepting their fate, like saying, this isn't a good enough team. We have to fix things. Now, Chris Drury said this isn't going to be a rebuild. It's going to be a retool. Basically, throw the towel in on this season, try to acquire assets, maybe some draft picks.
Retooling. I'll retool you.
But yeah. And yeah, I made that meme after you suggested it, and it got a lot of likes. So thank you, Tom. So
You're welcome.
Here, let's sum it up, though, Jack. We got another question to get to.
Yeah, okay. The best things that could happen this offseason, listen, I'm at the point where it's like Rangers just keep losing games. Better chances at a lottery pick, because Gavin McKenna and Ivar Stenberg are like the consensus 1-2 overall picks. You can't go wrong with either one of them, but that was the take with Jack Hughes and Capo Caco. Caco's not on the team anymore. Maybe offer sheet Jason Robertson, and pray that Brady Kachuk gets sick of Ottawa and demands a trade and be like, hey, you like playing with Mike Sullivan for Team USA? You can come here. You'll be a freaking god here. But anyway, that's the Rangers are what I thought they were going to be. They weren't going to be anything great. Sorry. Next question.
Okay.
All right, next
All right.
question. This is also another Jack question. This one is from
shit.
Nick Hassel 13. Jack's brother.
Jack's brother.
Who will be the Jets? Or I guess any of us could answer this, but who will be the Jets quarterback next year?
Let's make this one
Well,
simple, Jack. Let's make this one real simple, though. Let's make this one real simple, okay? Because you're not going to draft one at the second pick, right?
Oh, great. I'd be over the moon if the Raiders did something stupid, like either trade for a veteran quarterback or drafted something else. The position would be like, at that point, it'd be like, get Fernando. But yeah, shout out to my little brother who's
We'll
like
get
living it
Fernando's
up
brother
at
because
Pitt.
he just entered the portal.
Yeah.
That's right. But yeah,
For
my
Eli.
brother's. But yeah, my brother's living it up at Pitt. Like he was at college game day. He dropped his sign entering, but someone grabbed the sign and put it up. But anyway, Zach, you sent me a list of free agent quarterbacks this year, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, at this list, and I'm just like, it'd be the two most Jet things they do are either sign Zach Wilson to bridge the gap,
Jesus
or be like. Or the least likely of these scenarios, like, Aaron, buddy, how you doing? You want to come back here? And Aaron Rodgers is going to be like, no. He basically threw shade at, and here's the thing. Screw Aaron Rodgers. I don't. The thing is, like, he beat the Jets week 1 because, of course, and he's like, I'm happy to beat anyone associated with the Jets. I'm like, dude, the Jets gave you everything you wanted and you still couldn't succeed here. Listen, the Achilles thing wasn't your fault. The next year, was a disaster and you didn't help at all. So, yeah, kick rocks. But looking at this list,
who would be your top? Who would be your top pick though? I'm looking at the list right now, and I have a pick for you. I have 2 picks for you, to be honest.
Okay, my top 3, I take either. Well, I'd be fine with Taylor coming back, but Marcus Mariota, Joe Flacco, or Jimmy Garoppolo. Maybe Mitchell Trubisky. I'd take either one of those guys. Just bridge the gap. Just suck next year. Get a quarterback next year. I want them to build a supporting cast in the draft this year.
Tom, do you have any take on who the Jets could have out of the names that he said? Is there any name on there? Because Daniel Jones is also not.
No. He's staying. I'll give a little bit clip. I don't like that Chris Ballard is staying. Chris Ballard's been there for 9 years, nothing to show for it. 1 playoff appearance, which is a wild card game. I don't take that. I like Steichen. I think Steichen is a good cheerleader. He's a good coach. I think they proved that they have a good team. They just needed a good QB. However, they put all their eggs in Daniel Jones, and he broke his Achilles. Right, Achilles or ACL.
He broke his Achilles. He tore his
one of those.
He also had a broken ankle though too.
He did.
He was playing on fumes.
Yes. So I think it proves the formula is there. They just need a good quarterback. I mean, I don't even know if Daniel Jones is a good quarterback or there was just enough weapons on the Colts to make him look good. I mean, you guys know. I mean, what was my reaction when we found out they signed Daniel Jones?
We all laughed.
We laughed.
We all. I wasn't going to get Sunday ticket. I wasn't going to watch a game. I ate my words. I hope Daniel Jones comes back. I hope because I don't really think there's a better option than Daniel Jones if he could still play.
Right. Well, who do you think is going to be the Jets? Because that was the question.
The Jets.
I think Russell Wilson would make sense for the Jets.
I think. No, Jameis Winston.
Yeah, everyone wants Jameis. Well, I got
Jameis
something to tell you, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh no! What do you have to say about Jameis, real quick?
I saw someone make this joke. It's like Jameis Winston is like Taco Bell. Yeah, it's not like it's not great, but sometimes it just hits right. Oh man, we've been at 52 minutes. We are already bad at like our new format.
Well, no. This is exactly what I wanted, but I'm going to give it to you straight, okay? Let me look at that free agent list. Okay. Malik Willis looked really solid in a couple games for the Packers this year. Now, is that just because the Packers are literally not allowed to have bad quarterback play for like half a century? I don't know. Maybe that's it. Carson Wentz, I don't know. Go that route, have some fun. I don't know.
No.
Tyrod Taylor, I think he deserves another chance. Dude, he's had the most snake-bitten career I've ever seen. He lost his job in San Diego or Los Angeles, whatever the fuck they're called now. Because he got punctured, he got his lung punctured or something, or was that in Cleveland? I don't know. It was crazy.
And then he's usually followed up by a great QB. So like the Jets need to like hold on to him for another year, and then like be the backup the year after when they draft a potential star out of college. He gets hurt, and then he comes in.
Now, as someone who watches a lot of college football, there are some decent prospects coming up in this draft. I just wouldn't take them in the second overall pick. Unless it's Fernando Mendoza, which I don't think is going to happen unless the
Raiders are not that stupid.
In the great words of Robert Downey Jr. and Tropic Thunder, unless they go full
R-word
retard. Can you bleep that out for me? Thank you. Look, Ty Simpson, get him in the 3rd or 4th round, pretty good backup, and then maybe sign one of those veteran guys. Lenore Sellers from South Carolina, if he's really coming out, I don't know if he is. I thought he was like a sophomore. Maybe he is. He's decent. Carson Beck, now he might trick someone after that national championship game to be picked in the 1st or 2nd round. He's not a bad choice for the Jets either. So, and I don't know. Yeah, those are the names I would pick. Dante Moore's going back to college for Oregon. But, I don't know. I'm going to say if you get a rookie, hope it's like Carson Beck or something, and maybe Ty Simpson. And if it's a veteran, dude, I say just roll with Tyrod. Roll with Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. And like, I guess to cap it off, like since the 2 questions were directed at me, one going back to the Rangers question, I don't know if like, did I say if like I don't know if it's fully Drury's fault because of the owner?
Yes.
Okay, I did say that. Okay.
You said people want his head, but you're not sure it's him.
Yes. Because I have my reasons to believe that James Dolan is sticking his finger in the pie. Okay, and 2, like people kick the tires about the Jets, talk about Patrick Mahomes, talk about Lamar Jackson, talk about Joe Burrow. I mean, regarding like what maybe Aaron Jackson would make the most sense. And before I make this next statement, let me just say I'm a happily married man. I would never, ever in a million years trade my wife for her. Okay. But I could also ask out Salma Hayek and see how that goes.
Okay. All right. Got it. I was really afraid of where that was going.
I was too. I thought this was going to go somewhere way else.
No, and she knows that's my celebrity crush. We did a marriage.
You need to stop talking. You need to stop talking. We got to sign off now, bro.
You got to shovel. The hole's pretty deep. Anyway, so remember, if you guys want your questions answered, make sure to answer our stories on the day that we post. The day that we record. We will put out a story on our Instagram and our Facebook for questions for you to answer. Also, if you want your voice heard, make sure you go to our website. Down in the bottom right corner, there's going to be a little microphone icon where you can click on and you can leave your voice, and your voice will be heard on the Nerds Talking Sports podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, Jack, how about you wrap this thing up for us?
All right. Let's try this again, wrapping it up. If you made this far, thank you very much for listening. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Nerds Talking Sports and on Twitter and Instagram at N_T_S_podcast at Twitter and Instagram. And I said that Twitter and Instagram already. Clearly, I'm still working on this. This is Jack Knife alongside the Zach Daniels and Tommy Joe. Have a wonderful night. We'll clean it up next week.